Welcome to
Paralysed Stories for GG Kids.
a place where
Kids like us
we'll be inspired.
by awesome Christian stories.
Oh, Esther, look over there. Look what I found next to this big rock.
What is it, Poppy?
I think it's a little baby goat. Oh no, I think it's stuck at the bottom of that little hole.
Poor thing. Oh, I can hear it crying. We have to help it. But it's too deep to climb in safely.
Wait, I remember something we learned in Bible Club. In the Bible, there were some friends who helped another friend who needed help and didn't give up.
Oh, yes. Is that the story of the friends opening a hole in the roof when the house was too full and they lowered him down? Is that the story?
Yes, that's it. They were brave and caring and super creative, just like we have to be right now.
So, if we can't climb in, maybe we can lower something down?
Yes. Hi, boys and girls, it's Poppy.
And it's Esther, and we've been camping.
Yes, it's been so much fun.
But now we have a little goat that needs our help.
Now, we have some ideas and we want your help.
Yes, so let's brainstorm and think.
We need something long, in the Bible, the 4 friends had some rope.
We can use the rope we brought for our tent. We can make a loop and then gently lower it under the goat.
Yes, I love it.
Okay, I have some here and we can start tying it.
I'm not very good at knots.
No. Oh, I think I'm getting that little knot.
Yes. Good job, Esther.
All right, help me pull that side, Poppy.
Okay.
Almost there, and yes. Okay, now we can lower it in.
Okay. It's okay. Get in the rope.
Here.
Oh, it's getting in.
Okay, don't move, little goat, don't move.
Okay, gently tighten it.
Yes, it's around him.
It's okay. Okay, Esther, start pulling.
All right, let's pull. Oh, yes, it's coming out. Oh, look at his little tail, he's wagging.
And it's shaking too. Oh, let me grab it.
Oh, we did it. Well done. Let me untie him. Or she.
Aww.
Goodbye. Oh, look, it's going to find her family.
Oh,
his
I
family.
love it.
I know. You know, that story from the Bible really helped us. Just like the 4 friends, we worked together and didn't give up to help someone and bring them to safety.
And you know, it's really important to remember that Jesus is the best place to take our worries and our friends.
That's right, because that is true friendship. These friends were caring, helping, and they were brave.
Oh, Esther, while we sit here for a bit relaxing, why don't you tell us a story?
That's a great idea. But first, I need you to do something. We need to go to your glitter box.
Of course, my glitter box. Quick, boys and girls, come and see. In my glitter box today, I've got 4 sparkly ways to help others. So, the first way is glitter of kindness. This one is to help at home by folding clothes, feeding your pet, or helping clean up before even being asked. It's like sprinkling love all around your house. Number 2, shiny friendship smile. When you see someone feeling sad or sitting alone, give them a big smile or ask them if they want to play. Your friendship sparkles bright. Number 3, sparkle out of love. Make a glittery card, drawing or note and give it to someone who needs cheering up. Art with heart is amazing. And number 4, prayer sparkles. Close your eyes, pray to Jesus, your friend's name, and tell him all that you're feeling and all the help they might want. Praying for someone is like sending them an invisible glitter hug from God. So I hope you like one of these, and I hope you choose one to do, or all of them. That's all from me till next time. Bye!
I love your tips, Poppy. So good. Okay, so Poppy and boys and girls, get ready for the story. Find a comfortable spot and listen up. The Hole in the Roof by Maritza Brandt.
Caleb, hurry up!
10-year-old Caleb looked across the marketplace to where his older sister Hannah stood with a basket on her hips.
Oops.
He'd been caught daydreaming again. Hiking his basket of fish higher, he hurried to catch up to Hannah. Sorry, Hannah, Caleb said sheepishly. Hannah shook her head.
That's the third time today I've had to snap you out of your daydream. What's going on, Caleb? This isn't about the teacher again, is it? It is about the teacher, actually.
Caleb started before his sister stopped him.
Enough.
She hissed.
You know what Father has said.
Caleb did know. The Father had warned them not to go near Jesus, the man who had been preaching and teaching through Galilee and Judea. But Caleb was curious. Some of the fellow villagers were convinced that this teacher, Jesus, was the Messiah they'd been promised. Others were angry with him, accusing him of coming to disrupt their peaceful fishing village. To keep the peace as a prominent merchant, Father had chosen not to take any sides and remain neutral. He'd simply told Hannah and Caleb not to get involved. But Caleb was curious. The stories he'd heard of this teacher didn't sound like someone who was mean or destructive.
Caleb!
Hannah called again, frustrated this time. Caleb shook his head, snapping himself out of yet another daydream.
If only I could see this Jesus,
he thought.
Maybe then I'd be better at following Father's instructions.
Hannah and Caleb wove their way around the hordes of people in the marketplace until they reached the family's fish store. Setting down the basket, Hannah gave Caleb a big sister look.
I need to go and get the last basket. Will you be okay here by yourself for a few minutes?
Before Caleb could answer, the siblings heard a commotion at the end of the marketplace, towards the row of houses that lined the square.
What's going on?
Caleb asked Hannah, who stood on tiptoes to try and see.
I don't know.
Hannah answered.
Let's just stay.
But Caleb was already ducking under the stall and heading towards the racket. Sighing, Hannah had no choice but to follow. Picking their way through people, Hannah and Caleb came to a stop outside one of the houses, where a group of young men were stretching their arms and wiping sweat off their brows. When one of them turned to smile at their siblings, he stepped away from the circle, and Hannah gasped. There was another young man laying on a sleeping mat right outside the door. Caleb stepped right up to the man who had turned around.
What's happening?
He asked the man.
Caleb!
Hannah scolded, hurrying up to her brother.
It's not polite to just ask someone things without introducing yourself.
Caleb shot Hannah a glare.
She could be such a pain sometimes. Fine,
he said.
I'm Caleb. I'm 10 and this is Hannah. She's 12. What's happening?
Hannah shook her head, but the young man didn't seem to notice. I'm Levi, he told them, and these are my friends. We heard that Jesus is teaching inside this house, so we thought we'd bring our friend Asha to see Jesus. You see, Asha is paralysed. That means he can't walk. But we heard Jesus is a healer as well as a teacher, so we brought Asha to him. Caleb looked around Levi to where Asha was laying on the mat. He felt a ripple of excitement pass through him. Maybe he would finally get to see this Jesus and even see if he could heal someone.
Well,
Caleb asked Levi.
Why don't you just take him in?
Levi glanced back at his friends, who were standing just outside the doorway, having an animated conversation amongst themselves. We can't get in, he said. When we decided to bring Asha, we didn't think there'd be as many people as there are inside. There's no way we can get through the crowd. Caleb thought for a moment. Then he spotted a ladder up against the side of the house. An excellent idea popped into his head.
Wait here,
he exclaimed, beginning to scurry away.
I'll be right back. Caleb!
Hannah called after him, but Caleb pretended not to hear. Grabbing the ladder, he carefully leaned it on the wall and started to climb. He could hear Levi calling out and Hannah shrieking at him to be careful. But he blocked them out and concentrated on his task. Soon enough, his hand grasped the top of the house and he pulled himself up and over onto the roof. Picking his way carefully across the roof, Caleb stopped where he thought the middle of the house could be. Kneeling down, he began to pull at the tiles of the roof, trying to lift them off. Dirt caked under his fingernails as he dug, and the midday sun was hot against his back. His arm was getting really sore, but he forced himself to keep going, knowing Asha was down below, just waiting for his chance to see. Pop! A tile lifted up, and Caleb was so surprised it took him a moment to register his thought.
It worked,
He thought to himself gleefully as he pulled the rest of the tile off the roof. Once the tile had been taken off, through the small square, he could see into the house. Walking quickly but carefully back to the edge of the roof, Caleb waved his arms to get Levi and Hannah's attention.
Bring Usher up.
He called down.
You can lower him through the roof.
Levi didn't waste any time. He gathered the rest of his friends, and between all of them were able to get Usher and his mat up the ladder and onto the roof. Making quick work of the tiles, Levi and his friends pulled another one off, then another and another, until finally there was quite a large hole in the roof.
I hope the owner doesn't blame you for this,
Grumbled Hannah, and Caleb jumped. He hadn't even seen her come up onto the roof.
Look,
Caleb whispered to Hannah.
there are so many Pharisees and religious teachers inside.
Hannah shrank back from the opening in the roof.
Make sure they don't see you.
She told Caleb.
They'll tell Father exactly where we've been.
Standing back, Hannah and Caleb watched as Levi and his friends finished tying a rope around Usher's body and the mat. Then they carefully lowered him into the house and jumped in after him. Lying on their bellies and peeking over the edge of the hole, Caleb and Hannah watched as Levi knelt in front of a man who had his back to them. Then the man turned, and Caleb felt a zing go through him.
That's Jesus,
He whispered to Hannah, who nodded in awe. She must have felt it too. Jesus looked at Levi and his friends kneeling next to Usher for what seemed like ages. Then he spoke. You have great faith, he told them. Turning to Usher, he smiled. Young man, he said, your sins are forgiven. A quiet hum spread through the crowd, and Jesus turned back to the religious teachers. I know you're whispering about me, he said. Hannah and Caleb looked at each other surprised. They hadn't even heard any of the Pharisees speak. But Jesus seemed to know exactly what they were thinking. You are all thinking that only God can forgive sins, said Jesus. But I've told you before, I am God. I can forgive sins. I can teach, and I can heal. And I'll show you. He turned back to Usher, who was still lying on his mat, and knelt down beside him. Get up, Usher, Jesus said. Caleb's heart nearly stopped.
How did Jesus know Usher's name?
But Usher didn't seem surprised. He just looked up at Jesus, smiled, and then he stood up. The crowd gasped. Caleb could see tears streaming down Levi's cheeks as Usher bent over, picked up his mat, and started towards the door. The crowd parted as Usher, followed by his friends, disappeared into the warm day. Caleb pushed away from the edge and rolled over onto his back, looking up at the blue sky. Next to him, Hannah sat, cross-legged, looking as dazed as he felt.
He's real,
Hannah said to her brother.
I can't believe it.
Caleb looked at his sister, then sat up.
Come on,
He said.
we have to tell everyone about what we've seen.
Oh, wow, that was amazing. I loved it.
Oh, I'm glad. Me too. It's amazing the power and the miracles Jesus did while he was on earth.
I love it, and the friends were so helpful.
They were so kind. Oh, I love it. We need to be kinder too.
We do.
Like we were with the little goat. I love it. Well, that's all from us, boys and girls. Till next time.
Bye.
Bye.
I wonder if I could get a pet goat.
And don't forget, girls, you are Gigi, gorgeous in God's image. And boys, you are also Gigi, great in God's image.